Jay here from Around the World Fitness. Today I'm going to talk about the differences between bodyweight exercises and weight training. Now, bodyweight exercises are the most natural form of exercise. They're based on movements we've been doing our entire lives. Think about when you were a child and you went to the park. You probably played on the monkey bars. How did you move from one bar to the next? Well, you had to pull your own body weight. And this is the same with bodyweight exercises. You're moving, pushing, pulling your own body weight. Now, another benefit of bodyweight exercises is that it improves functional strength. Now, functional strength is strength required to do everyday activities. So when we do bodyweight exercises, we're using compound movements. And when you use compound movements, there's a lot of different parts that are moving. And that's a good thing, because if different parts are moving, that means you're using different muscle groups together at the same time. And this doesn't happen when you weight train. Let's say, for example, I'm curling a dumbbell. So I'm curling a dumbbell, I'm using my bicep, forearms are engaged. What about the rest of my body? What is the rest of my body doing? It's just kind of hanging out and doing nothing. So when you weight train, you're isolating muscles and only a small number of muscles are involved. So which one do you think is more beneficial, if you're using multiple muscle groups together, or if you're only using one set of muscles, one group of small muscles? Now, another thing about body weight exercises is that it helps prevent injury. Okay, and how does it help prevent injury? Well, it improves your coordination and your balance, for one, and you're using a lot of stabilizer muscles. So one thing you'll hear me say in my videos is keep your core tight. And the thing is, when we do body weight exercises, our core needs to be tight so we don't fall over. Okay, so this, once again, it helps with your coordination and your balance. And also, it helps improve your joint stability. And this is what really helps prevent injury, because most injuries happen with your ankle or your knee or your shoulder. And that's because the joints are weak, or they're put in a compromised position. And when we do body weight exercises, the joints are actually strengthened, because you're putting weight on the joint, or you're moving the joint in a way that it's supposed to be moved naturally. And bodyweight exercises, like we said before, they're similar to real life movement. So if you've ever been injured, or you're a physical therapist, or you've seen someone who had to go through physical therapy, how do they usually train? It's usually with kinetic exercises, bodyweight exercises, where they're just using their own body weight to gain back the strength and improve the joint stability. And with bodyweight exercises, most movements are closed chain. So that means either your hand or your foot is in contact with a fixed object. Okay? And when you weight train, that's not usually the case. Because when you weight train, let's say, for example, you're doing leg extensions, where are your feet? Your feet are just hanging in the air. So they're not fixed to an object. So then you're not really improving that joint stability. And with bodyweight exercises, your balance and coordination are improved, because your body's aligned. You have to keep your body straight. Okay? And if you're lifting weights at the gym, maybe you're just kind of here and slouched over to this side. So once again, this comes back to keeping your core engaged, because if your core engaged, then your body will stay upright. So you're going to build strength and stability in your joints, which reduces the chance of injury. And also, there's less recovery time if you do get injured. And I'll give you an example. I played basketball, and when I was a big weight trainer before, and I could remember waking up in the middle of the night. Let's say I wanted to drink a water. I would go to the fridge and I would feel my ankles, maybe my knees, but I remember my ankles. I would always feel a little bit of pain in my ankles. But since I've been doing bodyweight exercises, those little pains, those little nagging aches and pains have gone away. So that's how I can attest to that bodyweight exercises are much more beneficial, and you're going to improve the joint stability. Now, another thing with bodyweight exercises as opposed to weight training is you're going to kill two birds with one stone. Because bodyweight exercises is strength training and cardio, but it's rolled into one. Now, some guys might say, Jay, when I work out at the gym, I don't stop. I'm going from machine to machine, and that's great. Maybe you do. But what do most people do that you see at the gym? They do a machine, then what do? Go sit on their phone for a couple of minutes and go back. So is that really cardio? I don't think so. But with bodyweight exercises, especially the way that I train my clients is through high intensity interval training. Okay, so we're constantly moving, we're constantly working. So not only are we building strength, but we're developing endurance as well. Now, bodyweight exercises also make you leaner, as you can see from myself. The reason for this is your body fat is constantly being burned because so many muscle groups are working together. As we said before, you have multiple muscle groups working together, then you're going to burn more fat. In addition, cardio is also mixed in as well. So you're burning more fat, you're using cardio, and you're using a lot of muscles together. So this is going to make you sweat and burn calories. And the fastest way to get a six-pack or a flat tummy is to burn calories. And also, while you're doing your exercises, keeping your core engaged. So you're constantly using your core, so you're building up strength in your core, and you're burning fat as well. And another thing, and you'll see this with a lot of pro athletes, is that they're using body weight training or they're using bands, and they're kind of getting away from weights because it improves your sports performance. So if you want to jump higher, you want to run faster, you want more power or explosiveness, then the body weight training is perfect for you because it reduces the chance of injury and it also mimics real life movements. And exercises are customizable, which means if some people, they can't do a push-up. So if you can't do a push-up, then you can start on your knees, okay? And then you can progress. Then you can do a regular push-up, and then at an advanced level, you can do a one-arm push-up. So the workouts are customizable, which is going to help improve your gains. And another thing is if you do work out in the gym, you do weight train, and you don't want to stop weight training, well, bodyweight exercises are going to improve your performance in the gym because now you're using more stabilizer muscles as opposed to when you go to the gym, you're just isolating. And another important factor about bodyweight training is that you can do it anytime, anywhere. You don't need to look for a gym. I was the type of guy, I've been to 33 countries. I would go on vacation. Before going, I would book a hotel and I would look for a gym that was near my hotel. So this would take time out of my vacation. Whereas with bodyweight training, I can wake up, quick workout in the room, 20, 30 minutes if I want, and boom, start and go on with my day. But if I have to go to the gym, it's probably going to take me 15, 20 minutes just to get there. So in that time, I could have already worked out. Another thing is you can save money. And who doesn't like to save money? So instead of going to the gym, spending your money on a gym membership, or when you're traveling, getting a gym pass, or even buying equipment for home, it's really unnecessary because everything that you want to do and accomplish, you can just by doing bodyweight workouts at home. And you don't need extensive gym knowledge to do bodyweight training at home. For example, I see people in the gym, for one, they use the machines the wrong way, or they don't really do what they're supposed to be doing. Whereas with bodyweight exercises, because most of the movements, they mimic real life movements, they're easier for you to learn and for you to do. And if you go to the gym, let's say today's my chest day, and everyone loves to do chest on Mondays. So what's going to happen when you go to the gym on Monday? The bench is already occupied. So now you have to wait for that machine or you have to wait for the bench. Whereas with bodyweight training, you don't have to wait for anything. You just work out and you go. And I think bodyweight training makes working out more interesting because I hear some people say, oh, it gets kind of boring. You go to the gym, you're just doing the same movements all the time. Well, if you bodyweight train, you can mix things up, do different exercises. So I think it's a lot more fun. And another thing is that bodyweight training is accessible for people of any age or ability. I'm a teacher at an international school, and my students are between 6 and 8 years old. And some of the parents, they subscribe to my channel, and they tell me that when they're at home, due to COVID, most people can't go out right now. They actually do the workouts with the children, and the children love it because the children are moving, they're working out, the parents are working out, everyone's getting healthy and being safe and having a good time. So this is another factor why bodyweight training is much better, because you could do it with your children, you can do it with your parents, your grandparents. So everyone's involved, everyone's happy, and that's for you to decide what to do: bodyweight training or weight training. Like I said before, I was a big advocate of weight training, but once I started doing bodyweight training, I saw the results. I got leaner, I felt stronger playing sports. My recovery time was quicker after playing basketball or running, and overall I feel much better. So you make the decision. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you. Take care.